Welcome, Bhakti, for this Grandmaster webcast with management focus, and thanks for your time out of your busy schedule. Okay, without wasting much of the time, I'll just go to our first question, which is related to analytical ability. To give the context of the question is in the management scenario, people are doing analysis using multiple methods, and one of the famous method is six thinking hats. What it does is you wear the each color hat and do a different kind of analysis. So you wear one hat and get the available information. You wear the another hat and think positive. You wear the another hat and find out the consequences. So this is the method which is famous for being analysis. Another method that is some people use is a pros and cons method, and being called as the rubber band method in the management technology or the management science. It's like just like rubber band, you pull and push. So it's like you have to find that what is holding you on and what will happen if you don't do this action. So it's like pros and cons of these situation and the emotions involved in it. So because as you're an international chess player with a lot of medals and you do analysis in every situation and every move, uh, the question is how the chess develops the analytical ability of the any player, and how chess players are better in the life analyzing situation or handling life scenarios.
Uh, I think, chess itself teaches you how to analyze the games. Even before playing the game, we have to, analyze all the moves. We have got 16 pieces
Yeah.
with each player, and we have a lot of choices, like whether to push a pawn or a knight or any other pawn. So right from the first move, we start our analysis.
Yeah.
So chess itself is a best game, I would say, which gives you the ability to analyze not only in the game of chess, but it helps us in how to deal in life when we are in crisis, when we are facing difficult situations. And if you see a French mathematician,
Yeah.
Blaise Pascal, yeah, he has already said chess is a gymnasium of the mind. So you might know that how difficult the game is, but at the same time the game teaches you how to be how to improve, how to develop the analytical skills. And for example, I would like to tell you, like when we can come to know about whom we are going to play in some tournament against a particular player, we
Yeah.
try to analyze his games. Like thanks to the technology, right now we have got all the available games
Yeah.
of all the players in the world. So we can analyze their games before playing, before going for the tournament, and then we try to find out where exactly his weaknesses is, or where in which area the particular player is strong. So
Yeah.
accordingly we analyze which opening to play, how to start the game with which pawn or with which piece, which determines whether we are attacking player or defensive player, or sometimes it depends on whether our opponents are attacking or defensive players. So accordingly we have to choose. So it's like we have to actually make decisions on every step of our life. So chess teaches you how to improve this analytical skills.
Okay.
Like it develops our creative thinking, strategical thinking.
Yeah.
So everything helps us in the life.
Yeah. So you're saying just you have to make moves or decisions every palm in everything that you do, whether it's a pawn as advancement or bishop or anything. Other part you're saying is preparation of the game before the game actually develops analytical thinking, as well
Yes.
as playing the game as also develops analytical thinking. Yeah. Okay. So I think this um, um, and in the context of analytical thinking, I'll quote one quote from the great philosopher Socrates. He once said, "Unexamined life is not worth living." So it's like you have to examine your life. That means you have to analyze your life every now and then before you take you take the next step. So use of the conscience and analysis is very crucial in the living life. And as you said, just develop these qualities. So we should encourage people to play it more and develop their abilities. I'll move on to the second question. Let's start with our second question, and that is Emotional intelligence. So, how chess develops emotional intelligence ability? The more I'll give you the context to the question. See, in the management, the great authority of emotional intelligence, Daniel Goleman says, emotional intelligence is about self-awareness, is about self-management, is about management of relationships around you. So he gives you three, four factors to define the emotional intelligence. And there are a number of people who define emotional intelligence is management of emotions, management of yourself, how you conduct yourself from the morning, or how you deal with each of emotions. That is how emotional intelligence is being defined. And in the terms of cricket, it is said that when somebody provokes you out, you need to hold your nerve and still go on and score that victory. In the many crucial matches, or if you see in the recent World Cup final, Indians hold their nerve even though they were provoked. So that was a quite a very good example of emotional intelligence, that you don't get provoked, keep your hold, um, keep your head cool, and still get the victory. So what I want to know from you is how chess develops you to hold your nerve and go for the victory using emotional intelligence.
Yeah, I think this quality is very important, and chess teaches us that, because when we are playing in the tournament, uh, you have to be very calm. We should not allow our emotions to be seen to our opponents or their coaches, because in chess the players and the coaches are allowed to sit in the same hall, and they can observe the players.
Yeah.
So it's very important to not show the emotions to any of the audiences, even if we are in a plus position or minus position. It's always better to be calm. So for a chess player, we have to be really a very good actor on the chessboard. And world champion Gary Kasparov has been a very strong actor, we would say, because we never know in what position or in what situation he is playing under, even in spite of having so much of pressure. And chess teaches us that, yeah, because we have three types of games: classical, rapid, and blitz. And
Mm.
classical is like a long game, long
Yeah.
duration, where we have to play for around 4 to 5 hours, one game. And when it comes to rapid, it's like 30 minutes and finish. So in 1 hour we have to finish. So when we are coming down on seconds on the clock, that is the situation where we have to keep our nerves, and we should not show our emotions or anything to our opponents. We just have to be confident on the board as
Yeah.
if we are going to win whoever the opponent is. We don't That shouldn't matter to us. We have
Yeah.
to just play according to the position and not to the
Yeah.
opponent. So that is very important, which teaches us how to be emotionally strong,
Yeah.
because we have to play chess games. In my case, I play around 22 tournaments in a year. So definitely for a professional players, when we are playing so many games in a tournament in a year, we tend to develop this quality. So chess really helps us in improving, in developing this quality. And I would like to give you an example. When I was qualified for Asians, it
Yeah.
was in back in 2010. It was in China. I was supposed to go to China via Delhi airport, and unfortunately, due to some problems, I lost my luggage while
Oh.
going to China.
Oh.
But somehow for a few minutes, I thought like, oh, what is this? I have to go there without my luggage, with just laptop. But
Hmm.
immediately next moment, I was feeling grateful that at least I was carrying my laptop with me. And with that positive attitude, I went to China, and I didn't let this luggage problem in the luggage problem,
Yeah.
uh, come into
But
my get into my head, and I tried to just focus mainly on the tournament, because I was playing for India. And fortunately, yeah, I was able to win the gold medal in the Asian tournament. So I didn't allow that baggage incident to impact my attitude, and somehow I told myself that I'm going there to play the tournament, to win the medal for India. So I think these qualities we can improve by playing chess. Chess teaches us all these important things.
oh, okay, great. Yeah, it's a great example actually. You lost your luggage, but you didn't get emotionally impacted and still win the match. Okay. So I think this is very important for our viewers, that not let negative emotions impact you, and impact your career, impact your game, impact your relationships. And I quote one of the quote that is very important here, that people say, the difference between successful people and the people who fail is about the character and the emotional intelligence. So if all the people who hold their nerve at the crucial situations are going to win the game. Now we'll
Definitely.
move to our third question. Uh, so the third question is about never give up ability, or never give up the skill, or the personality trait called never give up. See, to give the context of the question, as many people don't try to achieve their goals in a full way, or they give up at some level. And never give up is a crucial quality of any human being. It is said you shouldn't give up because of fear. You shouldn't give up because of pressure. You shouldn't give up because of competition. You shouldn't give up because of inadequacy. So you shouldn't give up because of any of these factors. And there are multiple examples. If I had to quote cricket, VVS Lakshman and Rahul Dravid's 2001, when India were against follow on, they were not out for entire day, and the classic 281 of VVS Lakshman got innings, or the status of the immortal innings. And that's how VVS Lakshman was known as very, very special. And that inning becomes the hallmark of never give up, because he played against the mighty Australians in the second inning and scored 281. And even Rahul Dravid played 180. So there are many other examples. In terms of management, it is said that when Chinese TV was supposed to come into Indian market, it is said that Indian TV market will get wiped out. But Indian TV Association put a courageous fight back, and what they said is, we will fight Chinese TV. So what Chinese has an advantage called as a volume. What Indian TV manufacturers did was, the volume was countered by innovation. So in those days, around 2000, there were multiple TV models were prepared. You could see TV with shutter, you could see TV like big rectangle, then square, you have remotes, various type of remotes. So they have given so many options to the customer, and Indian TV industry survived more than 20% of market stake around 2000. Even if the story is at 20 years old, but still it is a story of never give up spirit of the Indian TV Association. So similar type of the never give up situations come in everybody's life, personal life, career life. So how does chess build up this spirit of never give up? Yeah.
I personally feel this never give up spirit is very important. I mean, not only for chess player but for every human being. And I think it's very easy to tell someone that you should not give up in certain situations. Don't get bogged down with the difficulties. But when we play chess,
Yeah.
for us it becomes very easy to understand actually what it means to not give up in
Mm.
difficult situations. Because right from the beginning, when we are playing with the pieces, when we get into some difficult positions, right from that point we are taught not to give up, even if your opponent is having good position, or even if you have lost some material. So that habit keeps on improving throughout our experience. So I think chess really helps us in building this never give up ability, the quality. And yeah, because in some kind of positions, in chess positions, we have to actually think for maybe 15-20 moves ahead, and we have to make a decision whether it is good to sacrifice some material just to free up some space, or depending on the position. And that kind of decisions helps us to fight against this never give up ability. And I feel chess has really helped me, and not only me but many players. And yeah, because of that, many even businessmen are there putting their children into chess field. They want them to learn chess, like Birla's uh, uh, Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla's daughter, Ananyashri Birla. She used to be a chess player. I feel just because of these qualities, all these businessmen are putting their children into chess. And yeah, I would like to give you one example about my own experience. I was playing in one of the national tournament. It was in 2017, and I was paired against one very lower rated player, and I did not actually expect her to play so well. But she was just 14 years old, And somehow, shockingly, she bet me in the first round itself. And I had to play 10 more rounds in the tournament. And
Yeah.
only the winner would get a chance to play in the national and in the Asian and world. So I mean, I gave up my everything. I put all my efforts in the remaining 10 rounds and I scored 9.5 points in the remaining 10 rounds. So I think this quality improves when you play chess, when you learn chess. I mean, we don't get bogged down so easily because in this, I mean, this kind of world where so many troubles, so many crises are going on, we have to be really emotionally very strong, psychologically very strong. We should not give up so easily. So I think this is very important, and this game of chess teaches you that.
Yeah. Okay. So you said you worked on the positions and think about 10-15 minutes. One way you're saying positions are temporary and the result is permanent. So
Yes,
don't get bogged down by the position, even if it is negative. Don't give up. As she has given an example, that first round she got defeated, but continuously won the other 9 rounds and then qualified for the nationals and others. This is a really remarkable result for anybody to qualify. Okay. And on the term of never give up, there are many examples. The great Alexander always used to say, you have to never fear. All those who conquer the fear will conquer the world. So you never have to give up. Okay. And on this note, I had to add just one final quote here, which I have wrote in one of my articles, that um, all the challenges that you face are temporary, and you and your mind has the ability, more ability and more power within your mind to defeat those challenges. So there is a force inside you, okay, that needs to be awakened. Everybody has a more power and force within them to
yes,
to defeat the challenges. One only thing that you have to do is awaken that force. So believe that there is a more power within me than the challenges that I face, and that belief need to be within you. And if you carry that belief, there will be definitely a never give up spirit will stay there. Again, thank you very much for your time out of your busy schedule, and definitely this is going to help a management student as well as the chess youngsters. So, guys, keep focused, stay analytically on top of it, be emotionally intelligent, and never give up. Yeah, thank you very much.
thank
Keep
you
going.
very much.